Have you ever wondered why some people seem excessively self-centered, showing little regard for others' feelings? A question that leads us to the intriguing enigma of narcissism. This concept, often tossed around in casual conversations, carries a much deeper significance in the realm of psychology. Today, we delve into the world of narcissism and its more severe form, narcissistic personality disorder. These terms may sound daunting, but they're more prevalent in society than you might think. In fact, an estimated 1% of the global population is affected, which, when you think about it, is a substantial number. It's not just about vanity or self-absorption. It goes deeper, affecting relationships, work life, and overall mental health. Understanding narcissism is not just about identifying it in others, but also about recognizing it within ourselves. It's high time we shed light on this often misunderstood aspect of human behavior. In the next few minutes, you'll gain a deeper understanding of narcissism and narcissistic personality disorder. To understand narcissism, we first need to define what it is. Narcissism, in the simplest of terms, is the excessive interest in or admiration of oneself. It's a spectrum, really. On one end, you have healthy self-esteem and self-worth, and on the other, you have pathological narcissism, which is characterized by a grandiose sense of self-importance and a lack of empathy. Let's take a journey back to ancient Greece, where the term narcissism originates. The Greek myth of Narcissus tells the tale of a young man, known for his extraordinary beauty, who falls in love with his own reflection in a pool of water. Narcissus, so entranced by his own image, eventually withers away because he refuses to leave the pool. A tragic end indeed. This myth perfectly encapsulates the essence of narcissism, an intense self-focus and self-admiration to the point of self-destruction. In a modern context, a certain level of narcissism is considered normal and even healthy. It's that little voice in your head that tells you you're doing a great job, or you look fantastic today. It's that sense of pride when you accomplish something significant. This is what we call healthy narcissism. It's a vital part of self-esteem and self-confidence, helping us navigate through life's challenges and maintain a positive self-image. However, when this self-admiration becomes excessive and starts interfering with relationships and everyday life, it crosses over into the realm of pathological narcissism. This is where the individual starts to believe they are superior to others, expects constant praise and admiration, and struggles to empathize with the feelings or needs of others. It's like they're trapped in their own reflection, much like Narcissus from the Greek myth. But it's when narcissism becomes a personality disorder that it becomes problematic. This is where we delve into the territory of narcissistic personality disorder, a mental condition that can cause significant distress and impairment. But more on that in the next scene. Stay tuned as we unpack this complex and often misunderstood disorder. So what does it mean when narcissism crosses the line and becomes a personality disorder? Well, let's dive right into the heart of the matter. Narcissistic personality disorder, or NPD, is a mental condition that's classified in the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, 5th edition, commonly known as the DSM-5. NPD is characterized by a pattern of grandiosity, a need for admiration, and a distinct lack of empathy. But what does that really mean? Let's unpack each of these key characteristics. Grandiosity refers to having an exaggerated sense of self-importance. Individuals with NPD often believe they are superior to others and may exaggerate their achievements or talents. They may also fantasize about unlimited success, power, or beauty. Next, we have the need for admiration. Individuals with NPD often require constant praise and recognition from others. They may become upset or angry when they don't receive the attention or admiration they believe they deserve. This isn't just wanting to be liked. It's a pervasive and consuming need to be at the center of attention. Finally, there's the lack of empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. Individuals with NPD often struggle to recognize or understand the needs and feelings of others. They may be dismissive or contemptuous of other people's feelings, and they often struggle to form deep, meaningful relationships as a result. These are just the highlights, of course. There's a lot more to NPD than these three characteristics, but they give us a good starting point for understanding this complex disorder. Also, it's important to note that all of us can display these traits to some degree, but it's the intensity, frequency, and impact on daily life that distinguishes a personality disorder from typical behavior. These traits, when they dominate a person's personality, can lead to significant problems in relationships and life in general. So, how does narcissistic personality disorder affect those who have it and the people around them? Well, let's delve into the matter. For individuals with narcissistic personality disorder, life can be a constant pursuit of validation and admiration. They may find themselves on a never-ending quest to prove their worth and superiority, often at the expense of others. Their self-esteem is typically fragile, making them extremely sensitive to criticism or perceived slights. This constant need for validation and inability to handle criticism can lead to destructive behavior patterns. They might lash out or belittle others to maintain their sense of superiority. They may also resort to manipulative tactics to keep people in their life, as they fear being alone or abandoned. Their relationships, as you can imagine, often suffer. They may struggle to maintain healthy connections due to their inability to empathize with others and their tendency to prioritize their own needs and desires above all else. Relationships with narcissists can be emotionally draining and challenging, often characterized by a cycle of idealization, devaluation, and discard. Moreover, the impact of narcissistic personality disorder isn't limited to interpersonal issues. It can also pave the way for other mental health problems. For instance, the constant need for approval and fear of criticism can lead to anxiety. The inability to maintain relationships and the inevitable sense of loneliness can result in depression. The perpetual quest for superiority can lead to feelings of emptiness and dissatisfaction. And it's not just the individuals with the disorder who bear the brunt. Family members, partners, and friends often find themselves caught in the whirlwind of the narcissist's tumultuous emotional world. They may experience emotional abuse, gaslighting, and manipulation, which can lead to their own set of mental health issues, including anxiety, depression, and low self-esteem. So, to sum it up, the consequences of narcissistic personality disorder are far-reaching and can cause significant distress. It's a disorder that impacts not just the individual but also those in their orbit, creating a ripple effect of emotional chaos and turmoil. But what causes someone to develop narcissistic personality disorder? A question that has intrigued many. The answer, however, isn't as straightforward as one might hope. There isn't a singular root cause, but rather a complex interplay of factors that come together to shape this personality disorder. Let's first delve into the genetic aspect. Some research suggests that narcissistic personality disorder may have a hereditary component. That is, it could run in families, indicating a possible genetic link. However, just because there's a family history doesn't guarantee someone will develop the disorder. It's just one piece of the puzzle. Next, let's talk about environmental factors. These typically revolve around how a person was raised. For instance, excessive pampering or unrealistic expectations from parents can play a significant role in the development of narcissistic traits. On the other hand, neglect or abuse can also lead to this disorder, as a person may develop narcissistic tendencies as a defense mechanism or as a way to mimic the behavior of those around them. And then, there are the psychological factors. These are often intertwined with both genetic and environmental causes. For example, an individual's personality and temperament, shaped by both their genes and their environment, can influence how they respond to stress, trauma, or love. These responses can, in turn, contribute to the development of narcissistic traits. Additionally, certain life experiences, like receiving excessive praise or criticism, or suffering from childhood trauma, can also trigger the onset of this disorder. It's important to remember, though, that these experiences alone are not the cause, but rather a trigger that interacts with other factors. So, as we can see, the causes of narcissistic personality disorder are multifaceted, involving a blend of genetic, environmental, and psychological factors. Each case is unique, with different combinations of these factors coming into play. While the exact cause is unknown, it's clear that a complex interplay of factors contribute. So remember, understanding the cause helps in understanding the disorder itself, paving the way for better treatment and support. Is there a treatment for narcissistic personality disorder? The simple answer is yes. However, the journey towards recovery can be a challenging one, but far from impossible. Let's delve into the treatment options available for narcissistic personality disorder, or NPD. The primary method of treatment for NPD is psychotherapy, also known as talk therapy. This form of therapy can help individuals with NPD understand the causes and effects of their disorder, enabling them to gain insight into their thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Through psychotherapy, individuals can learn to recognize and modify patterns of behavior that have been causing difficulties in their lives. One specific type of psychotherapy often used is cognitive behavioral therapy. This approach focuses on identifying and changing harmful thought patterns that lead to destructive behaviors and emotions. It can help those with NPD to understand and manage their symptoms and to reduce their feelings of grandiosity and need for admiration by promoting a healthier self-image and more balanced relationships. Another type of therapy that may be beneficial is family or couples therapy. This can help to improve relationship dynamics and facilitate better understanding and communication among family members or partners. In some cases, medication may be prescribed. While there's no specific drug to treat NPD, medications like antidepressants, antipsychotics, or mood stabilizers can be used to manage symptoms or co-occurring conditions, such as depression or anxiety. It's important to note that seeking help from a mental health professional is crucial. They can provide a proper diagnosis and guide the individual through the various treatment options. They can also provide support and encouragement throughout the journey toward recovery. Remember, treatment for NPD is not a quick fix. It requires commitment, effort, and patience. It's a process of learning and unlearning, of growth and understanding. And while this journey may be challenging, it's not a solitary one. Mental health professionals, family, and friends can all play a part in supporting someone through their recovery. Though challenging, with the right help, those with narcissistic personality disorder can learn to relate to others in healthier ways. To recap, let's summarize what we've learned about narcissism and narcissistic personality disorder. Narcissism, in its core, is a fascination with oneself, often to the point of self-obsession. But when this behavior becomes persistent and starts affecting one's social, professional, and personal life, it steps into the realm of narcissistic personality disorder. This disorder, marked by an inflated sense of self-importance, lack of empathy, and a deep need for excessive attention and admiration, is more than just a personality quirk. It's a serious mental health condition that can have a profound impact on those around the person suffering from it. Understanding the root causes of this disorder, which often stem from a mix of genetic and environmental factors, is crucial. It's equally important to know that treatment is available, typically involving psychotherapy. Remember, understanding and compassion are our most powerful tools. With understanding and empathy, we can better navigate our relationships and support those struggling with narcissistic personality disorder.